So can you share some practical ways to kind of model this kind of transparency in leadership without oversharing?
Yeah. So a great strategy is just open-ended questions, thought-provoking questions. The person that you're talking to, give them an opportunity to answer the question in a way that they have to kind of think it through and think about it, kind of dig a little bit deep. And as they respond to the question, you listen. Don't cut them off. Don't interrupt. Listen. Even if you find it not interesting, if it's off the beaten path, still listen, because now we're sending a subliminal message that what they're saying is important. And that's very, very key. So here's what not to do. This is a closed in question. Agatha, how are you today?
Doing well.
That that's a closed in question. Because you could even say, and sometimes people do this, I don't know.
Hmm.
Let me think about it. But an open-ended question, Agatha, just before we started our call this morning, what were three key things that you got done?
I woke up, I
That's a,
prayed this morning, got the kids ready for school, took them to school,
and
back
see,
to work. That's
you're
a lot
saying it,
more.
you're saying it with a smile, right? And you had to briefly kind of go back and kind of think about it.
Mhm.
It's an open-ended question that now I can follow up and I can go many, many different ways. What did you pray about? Oh, what grades are the children in? What school do they go to? Do they really like it? I mean, we could go, but the first question was closed-end. Second question was open-ended and thought-provoking. And it's through that type of question that now we can lead into some really, really good dialogue so that we can connect, we can find common ground, and
Mm.
we can build bridges. In other words, we start to find out exactly what we have in common that we wouldn't know if we didn't have the conversation. And so that's my response. I don't think we talk enough in our society. We make a lot of assumptions and guesses, or just
Yeah.
choose not to know because we don't talk enough. The more we talk, the more we find out that we have things in common. Oh,
Oh,
you've
that's
got three
beautiful.
sons? I do too. Oh, you grew up in Virginia? I did too. You really,
Right.
really like radio? I do too. And now we start having these conversations, and one thing leads to another. It's like, wow, we have all of this in common. I would have never known if. And I
Mhm.
think if we did much more of that, not only would we have a much better country, but we would have a much better world because we have more in common than we think.
Wow.